Zarnoff, the man without a country, mystery figure of 7 nations, master spy. For 20 years, although his name was linked with the most atrocious outrages against peaceful governments, nothing could be proven. Zarnoff, the most hated man on earth. From where did he come? Where did he go? No one knew. His appearance in any country meant always trouble. His gigantic spy ring encircled the earth. His agents were everywhere. Horrible democratic America was not overlooked by Zarnoff. The parade of events gives you a reenactment of Nicholas Zarnoff's capture. While crowds held back by police watched breathlessly, Dick Tracy and his G-men closed in on the arch-criminal, trapped for the first time in his sinister career. Here you see Tracy giving last-minute instructions to his G-men. Watch, while Tracy, covered by his G-men's barrage, braves death to smoke Zarnoff out. Blinded by the tear gas, Nicholas Zarnoff had only one alternative: surrender. And a few moments later, he was in the custody of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. In this building on October 22nd, Zarnoff was found guilty. Judge Stoddard passes the sentence.
Nicholas Zarnoff, under the state law of California, the court sentences you to death by lethal gas. And may God have mercy on your soul.
In closing, let us hear from the man responsible for Zarnoff's capture. Dick Tracy of the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Nicholas Zarnoff was like a rat, gnawing at the foundations of democracy. Like any other rat carrying germs of plague and disease, he had to be exterminated. I sincerely hope that his execution on June 14th will serve as a warning to any other spies or troublemakers who might think America is easy pickings.
Here's the Zarnoff file you wanted, Mr. Tracy.
Thanks, Gwen. After I've checked it, make out the usual closed case label and airmail it to Washington tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Steve, glance over this with me and see if we can add any further remarks to the general report. Hello, Tracy speaking.
Zarnoff has requested to speak to you. I guess thinking of his execution tomorrow has loosened him up.
Good, I'll be right over. Keep this file open. Zarnoff wants to talk to me.
Zarnoff?
Can I not speak to Mr. Tracy alone?
We'll be up the line in the guard room.
Accept my congratulations, Mr. Tracy. You have proved your superiority.
Save the bouquet, Zarnoff.
I will, for your grave.
Ah, you're sounding more like yourself.
I admit that my hatred for you eclipses my admiration for your talents. But I'll get to the real reason why I sent for you. There's a little house on Taro Drive.
The address of that house is 243, and there's a wall safe in the living room. Combination 7481.
You've already been there?
Yes, Zarnoff. Your little plot to blow up anyone opening that safe failed. An apparatus known as the X-ray showed us the bomb you had placed there. And a routine checkup of your movements prior to your arrest led us to the Taro Drive place.
You win round 2. There's still round 3.
You won't be there to answer the bell for round 3. Your execution takes place tomorrow at noon.
Do you think I'm afraid of death?
No, Zarnoff. You probably hold the same contempt for death that you held for the lives of others. Warden.
And what was the last request made by Zarnoff, Warden?
Well, he asked for steak, champagne, and the latest editions of every paper in town. Zarnoff. Zarnoff.
It's 12 o'clock.
Should be all over with Zarnoff in a few seconds.
Hello, city desk. Zarnoff went to the lethal chamber without saying a word. 10 minutes later, the prison doctor pronounced him deader than a mackerel. Yeah. They're carting him off in the morgue wagon now.
That's it.
Get to your post. Give me a hand.
Been 28 minutes from the time we went into that gas chamber. Have to work fast.
Start the resuscitator.
Unless he lives, you don't either.
Why, we've done everything possible. A trace of gas in the bloodstream. Why would...
Welcome back from the dead, Zarnoff.
What's the matter? Your eyes. Come on, come on. Help me up. I've cheated the law, outwitted the deadly science of the lethal chamber, but at a price no mortal man was ever expected to pay. That ancient drug was brewed by the alchemists of Satan. Tracy forced me to it. Tracy must die.
I thought that you, with your knowledge of the Far East, could determine the nature of the drug, Doctor. When I found this torn paper and wadded strips of it in Zarnoff's drinking cup, I suspected the use of a drug.
Yes, it fits in with Zarnoff's making a special request for all the late editions. Zarnoff certainly picked a clever way to attempt suicide.
I'm afraid it wasn't a case of attempted suicide.
What do you mean?
Less than an hour after the morgue wagon left the death house, State Highway Patrolman reported the discovery of it, with the bodies of the driver and his attendant. Zarnoff's casket was gone.
Then members of his gang hijacked the body in order to give Zarnoff a private funeral.
Not at the price and risk of killing two men. A front could have procured the body from the morgue with very little red tape. No, it was vital to their plans to obtain Zarnoff's remains immediately.
Plans? What plans?
I'd rather reserve statement of that until we've heard from the doctor.
Warden, did you notice anything strange about the condition of the condemned man just before the execution?
Now that you mention it, yes. His breathing was peculiar, very rapid, unusually so.
Paralysis of the lungs was just beginning to take place. Gentlemen, the drug that I have just analyzed is extremely rare. A secret formula guarded for centuries by the Kalai priests of India. It enables the one who uses it to bury himself underground and still survive without breathing for short lengths of time.
Pardon me, Doctor. Would the drug still work if a lethal gas chamber were substituted for burial underground?
Indeed, as long as all breathing had ceased, no gas could enter the lungs. Heart action also stops.
Good heavens, then no doubt.
Zarnoff is alive this very moment.
It doesn't seem possible.
We learn every day. If you two gentlemen will excuse me, I have a great deal to do tonight. Zarnoff will lose no time in picking up where he left off.
The ink reservoir is right there.
How about your night watchman?
There's only one, and most of the time he's making his rounds through the rest of the building.
How about your other employees?
They're all good men. I can give you their records.
Has one of your men the tip of a finger missing?
Why, no.
Well, look at this. Whoever left that print supported his weight with one hand while he reached into the reservoir with the other. The devil drug, all right. And a nice clue to the man who brought it here. A man with the tip of a finger missing.
But I don't understand.
Last night, a powerful drug was mixed with the ink from one of these presses. I'll send my men back later to photograph that print. Meanwhile, if you'll see it's not disturbed. Thank you very much, Mr. Price.
Not at all.
He's coming out.
I trust you gentlemen have come prepared to pay in advance for my services to the three powers.
We have the money, Zarnoff, but we've been out of the running for some time. Your prison term, you know.
It's merely that the three powers would like to be assured that you're still capable of carrying out plans. You see, destroying the great industrial canal on the day that the ammunitions convoy is to pass through is not exactly child's play.
Glance at this. Even when I was in prison, I was able to create headlines. You may remember the sensation that caused several months ago.
You were behind the disappearance of the radio-controlled bomber.
My agents carried out the details as I directed. Gentlemen, this instrument is actually a powerful shortwave transmitter. The receiving end may be placed in a boat, tank, plane, or anything you like. The operator sits at the controls, and no matter where the receiving apparatus is, it responds to his touch. The television screen enables the operator to see his target. These buttons will release bombs from a plane or detonate any explosive accompanying the receiving equipment. Gentlemen, with a powerful instrument of this kind, it will not be difficult to demolish the key locks of the canal completely.
Our report on this, I'm certain, will satisfy the three powers. We'll not question you any further concerning the details of your plan.
That's very fortunate, for I shouldn't disclose them in any case. I'm afraid you gentlemen will have to excuse me. I'm expecting another guest in a little while. Mr. Sandoval will show you up. Meeting you under these circumstances is a pleasure, Mr. Tracy. Shall we call this round 3?
You didn't bring me all the way here just to kill me, Zarnoff. They could have done that for you in the alley.
I like to mix business with pleasure.
By that, I'm supposed to presume that you want to exchange my life for government information?
Not at all. You die in any case. But there are 2 ways of dying, Mr. Tracy. The hard way and the easy way.
What information do you want?
The frequency key for decoding government messages. I have an intercepted message here. If you give me the key and it works, your death will be swift.
If you'll give me some paper.
Untie his hands.
Tracy. Send all available men to 3109 Riverside Drive. Urgent. 3109 Riverside Drive.
Zarnoff got away on a plane. We found a small landing field just over the hill. I picked this up at the field.
This may be our only clue to where Zarnoff has gone. Steve, you and I are going to the municipal airport. You and your men do what you can here. Right.
It's a weather report on flying conditions, all right.
Yes, but for what location?
Well, let's see. There's a thunderstorm taking place near Brownsville, Texas, but the wind direction doesn't tally. Temperature 82, dew point 76. Here we are. Border Lake City. Every item checks.
Border Lake City, the great industrial canal.
The international munitions convoy is due to pass through there tomorrow.
Exactly. And Zarnoff there is more dangerous than a lighted match in a powder magazine. What time's the next plane take off?
30 minutes.
Good. Thank you very much, Mr. Stanton.
Not at all.
Tracy. Hello, Lieutenant. You remember Steve Lockwood? Surely.
Hi, Reynolds.
Where to? Headquarters.
Zarnoff. I was keeping watch out at the airport like you told me, and I saw Tracy and another G-man get out of a plane.
Tracy? Then we'd better act at once. Is everything ready at the cove?
Robo's got the radio pickup for the robot down there. The boys are standing by.
Fine. You leave at once. Deliver your false message to the Lake Patrol. Then stick around and keep your eye on Tracy.
All right. I gotta see the patrol captain. I tell you, it's important. I've got a message to deliver to him.
What is it?
Oh, I'm a rancher. I live down at the east side of the lake.
What's your name?
Stokes, sir. And as an American citizen, I figured it was my duty to report some spy work that I see.
Spy work?
Well, whatever it is, it wasn't on the level. Down at Yarmouth Cove, I saw 3 fellas bearing something that looked to me like cases of dynamite.
Yarmouth Cove, you say?
Yeah.
Guard, convey my instructions, Lieutenant Adrian, to take the launch and proceed with the detail of man to Yarmouth Cove. Tell him to look for evidence of buried explosives.
Captain Link. Mr. Tracy and Mr. Lockwood, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Captain?
Glad to meet you.
How are you? There's been a serious sabotage scare, and they're here to look things over.
Well, that's funny. This man just came in with the story about sabotage activity down by Yarmouth Cove. I sent the launch to investigate.
Is that the advanced ship of the munitions convoy?
Yeah. Mr. Stokes, you can go about your business now. Thanks very much for your trouble.
Okay.
Mr. Stokes, were you ever in the newspaper business?
Why, no. Cattle raising's my business.
Oh. They tell me that blister rust is cutting down the herds this year.
It sure is.
You know, you don't often find a man with the tip of his middle finger missing, Mr. Stokes.
What?
Especially a cattleman who doesn't know that blister rust only affects pine trees in the northern latitudes.
What do you mean?
I mean you're under arrest as an accomplice of Zarnoff's. It was very thoughtful of you to leave the imprint of your left hand in the press room of the Post Record. Sit down over here. I want to ask you a few questions.
Here they come, boys. Wait until they get well ashore, then let them have it. I'll fire the first shot.
I don't know anything about it.
We're wasting good time with this man. One thing sure about that Yarmo Cove story, it's a phony. Your men have either gone on a wild goose chase to get them away from here or into a trap.
It'll only take a few minutes to fly over Yarmouth Cove and check up on them.
Is there a plane handy?
An airport right down by the beach.
Good. Keep this man under heavy guard and be on the lookout for anything. Zarnoff may be planning to strike at any moment. Come along, Steve.
Enough explosive here to blow the Empire State Building into the Atlantic. Bring the dummies. All right, boys, clear the boat.
They're ready for testing. Start the launch's motor. It's working all right. Now test the rudder. As soon as they push the launch off from shore, head straight for the locks.
Landing. If they discover anything, we'll take care of them. Come on. Stick with the plane. I'll be right back.
Okay.
One guy coming. When he gets close, you two grab him.
the locks now.
Can't see to hit the locks.
Blow it up! Blow it up! I'll get Tracy anyway.
That explosion will cause an intense investigation. We must dismantle everything and get out of here.
Three different stations picked up the radio signal from the robot control and triangulated them. Apparently, the lines intersected at this point.
This is the room, all right. But we're about 20 minutes too late. Zarnoff will never remain here after his attempt to blow up the locks. But where he'll turn up next, there's no telling. We'll go back to our headquarters, Captain, and do everything we can from there.
All right.
There isn't a chance of a slip-up.
Come in.
Hello, Zarnoff. I understand you sent for me. I hated to take the time. I was very busy.
Busy setting your plans to collect $5,000 reward, eh, Lenny? My men have kept me informed as to your activities. You know how I deal with stool pigeons and traitors.
Zarnoff, it's a frame. I wasn't going to squeal.
Take him away.
No, you don't. Stand back. Not a move. Don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't shoot.
Hello, Steve.
Dick? Thought for a while we might get a tumble from some stool pigeon on that reward angle.
We're no better off than we were before. We can only get some idea. Hello, Duffy. Come in.
Hello, Mr. Tracy.
What's on your mind?
The boys fished a guy out of the harbor this morning, murdered. No identification. The chief sent me up here with his fingerprint.
Usual routine. Gwen, get on the teletype, Bureau of Identification, Washington. It's coming right up. You might as well wait.
Thank you.
Interesting case?
Not very. Usual stuff.
Drowned?
Shot 5 times in the back.
I see. Just the usual stuff. Any marks?
All the labels and honor marks are cut out of the clothing. Nothing in the pockets.
Pretty thorough job.
Yeah? Nothing much we can do about it.
Unless we can find out who it is. Quick work.
They say the fingerprints belong to Lenny Slade, Terman Sing Sing, Terman Fulson. 2 years ago, worked for Zarnoff's gang.
What do you know about that?
This is just what we've been waiting for.
You know this guy?
Not yet. But come along, Steve. We're going over to the morgue and have a look at Lenny. Tell the chief we'll be by in a few minutes to pick up the clothes. Put them in a bundle, all of them. Thanks, Duffy.
Okay, Mr. Tracy.
Brick dust, same as in the cups. And fish scales, same kind. Gwen, bring me the volume on marine life on the Pacific coast.
This specimen's from the cracks in the shoe soles.
Six, 7, 8, 9. 9 ribs.
Here's a color chart of the different scales.
You see, there it is. It's identical. It's the only one with 9. The fish scales from a giant bonita. Get me the Fish and Game Commissioner on the telephone.
Hello.
Mr. Burke? Just a moment, please. Dick.
Hello, Burke. Tracy, FBI.
Oh, yes, Mr. Tracy.
Just where would one walk around here to pick up the scales of giant bonito on the soles of their shoes?
Giant bonita. There aren't any.
But we've just found quite a number of the scales.
Well, there were some tremendous runs of them here a few years back. They had to build canneries to handle them. Then 3 years ago, they just quit coming here. The canneries had to fold up.
But there could be some of these old scales lying around the floors of the canneries.
Well, that's the only place you'll find them.
Where are these canneries and how many are there?
3, I think. All between Point Roma and Half Moon Beach.
Thank you very much, Mr. Burke. We've got it. 1 of 3 abandoned canneries. Probably the one with brick dust in evidence. Call the men. We're off to the harbor to find Zarnoff. Steve and I'll take the Pacific Canneries. About a mile from there is the Mortensen plant and the Tidewater outfit. Foster, you and Wilbur cover the plant. You fellas take the other.
Deserted.
Uh-oh. This is the place, all right. You drive back and bring the boys here. I'll take a look around in the meantime.
The President's yacht will approach from this direction. Here are the reefs. This afternoon, I'll have the barge towed out and anchored here.
I get it. Makes a straight line over the reefs.
Al and his boys will take the lighthouse. 3 men should be enough. Sandoval, you'll take charge of the barge.
Okay.
Don't move. Stand up, Zarnoff. Now turn around. It's a pleasure catching up with you, Zarnoff.
The pleasure, if any, is entirely yours.
Neat job you did beating the death chamber. You won't do it the next time.
There won't be any next time.
Watch out! He's going to shoot!
What are we going to do?
Close the trap.
I've got a better idea. Go to the medical cabinet. Bring some cotton and that bottle of anesthetic. All right, go ahead. to be enough. It's quiet now. Take a look about in case some of his men are with him. Come on, snap out of it. I want to talk with you. Anchor that chair to the floor. How is it?
Solid as a rock.
Give me a couple of nails in this chair.
Do you mind letting me in on your little plot?
Not at all, Mr. Tracy. Your G-men will come charging into this room as soon as we leave. First man to turn the knob of this door will probably be shot with a gun here.
I see.
The others will promptly fire a broadside through the door. You, being in direct line, will have the pleasure of being executed by your own men.
You take that window in there. You come with me and take the window down the hall.
Talk with you as I had planned. I'm sorrier still that I won't be able to witness your execution by your own men. All right, we better go. Give them a couple more rounds, then come down to the dock. We'll have the boat ready. Cover us. This should be it.
Get you? Yeah, but nothing serious. I'm all right. Get him.
I'll give you a chance to come out. I'll count to 3. 1.
2, 3.
Steve, hold it. It's Tracy.
Break her down. How did it happen?
No time to talk now. I'll tell you later. Search the place, men.
Take care of Foster. What luck?
They must have made their getaway in one of those boats we saw at the pier. What's that?
Came from in there.
Open up.
Doggone pirates, that's what they are.
What happened?
I'll have the law on them. I'm a government man, I am, and they can't do this to me.
Do what?
Kidnapping, that's what it is, kidnapping.
Kidnapping? What for?
How do I know what for? I ain't got no time to talk. I gotta get to work.
Where do you work?
Me? I'm the lighthouse keeper out at Central Islands. And I'm late now. I gotta go.
Wait a minute. Do you have any idea why these men did this to you?
I got no idea why.
I'll tell you why.
You tell me.
Yes, they're going to sabotage your lighthouse.
What?
Sabotage. Jimmy, put it out of commission.
That must be it.
Well, why would they want to do that?
I don't know, but I'm sure that's what they're going to do. How do you get out there?
Well, they tied my boat at the landing. I guess it's still there.
It is. We'll go with you.
Hey, wait a minute. Who are you?
Dick Tracy, Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Well, now, ain't that fine? Just a couple of old government men, huh? Shake a hand, partner.
We'll have to hurry.
Hey, I can't take the tree, you fellers.
Okay, Cap. You men go over to the Coast Guard. Tell them if the light doesn't come on at the usual time, they better come out and investigate.
Right.
All right, take it easy. Haul over there. Guard the door. You come with me. Take this. Might as well make a good job of this. Right.
Looks like we've got visitors.
That's what I was afraid of. Come on, men.
Since there'll be no light from here tonight, let's get going.
you're trying to whip my government in, huh?
Billy! Climb on up, Steve.
I must have clonked Billy on the head.
Give me a hand.
Jumping jeepers. 6:20. I gotta turn on the lights. Hey, Mr. Tracy, come here quick. Look.
Have you got a telephone?
Down below on the wall. The light. What am I going to do?
I left orders with the Coast Guard. They'll be here in half an hour. I can't understand what Zarnoff had to gain by doing this.
It does seem funny.
Tell me, Cappy, why did they put the lighthouse here?
Because it marks the entrance to the harbor.
I know, but why did they put it so far to one side?
You're going to ask the darndest questions. Why, put it here because the island was here.
Is there any other reason?
Well, of course, there's suicide reefs.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Go on. How did you get that name?
Because it's just plain suicide for any boat to get within a quarter of a mile of them. Nobody comes out alive.
So the lighthouse marks a sharp turn for ships coming from the north and gives a straight line into the harbor for ships coming from the south to avoid the reefs.
Well, since you put it that way, I guess that's exactly why they put it here.
Ships coming from the south.
We now take you to the newsroom of the Post Bulletin. Of great interest to all Californians is the impending visit of Senor Juaname Mendoza, President of the Latin American Republic of Alora, who is arriving on the Electra to confirm important trade agreements between the two Americas. The Electra passed through the Panama Canal on Thursday and is due in our home port here between 8 and 9 o'clock tonight.
President Mendoza is a key figure in world peace if anything should happen to him.
That's right. Zarnoff is hoping the ship bearing the president will be wrecked on Suicide Reefs.
Say, I seen some fellers working all day yesterday, anchoring a fishing barge in direct line with them reefs.
Fishing barge?
Mm-hmm. Good work, Cappy. A false light on that barge would lead the president's yacht straight into disaster. How long will it take to get to the barge?
You can get there just about dark.
Come on, we have no time to lose. Grab those men's caps. Cappy, you stay here till the Coast Guard shows up.
Aye, aye, sir.
With these caps, they might think we're their own men returning and give us a chance to get closer.
Right on the course, sir. We should be in sight of Sentinel Light by now.
That's odd.
Should be on by now.
I hope we can make it in time.
If we don't, the president's yacht will pile up on the reef.
Now, there's no telling what we'll find on that barge. Are you fixed? Okay. But you better tie off that other line. This stuff's pretty heavy.
You boys tie off that stern line.
There it is. You're 14 points off your course.
I don't see how that could have happened, sir.
Steer for the light and don't let her waver.
Yes, sir.
Ah, Captain. What's about? I wish to report to Your Excellency that we're in sight of the harbor. Oh, soon? Yes, we'll be in port within the hour. Oh. See the light there?
Ah, I see it flashing.
That marks the entrance to the harbor. It also gives us a course to avoid suicide reefs.
Suicide reefs? Sounds ominous. My mission to the States is of vital international importance.
I know that, Your Excellency.
But what is still more important to me is my skin.
I know just how you feel. I have one, too.
Here comes Al and the others.
Gmen, get down.
See that rope leading up to the crow's nest? I'm going up it.
But, Dick, you can't make it.
It's our only chance. Another 5 minutes delay may cost the life of President Mendoza and his whole crew. Cover me.
Look! Shoot him down! We can't let him get up there. Ed, cut that rope. He's nearly up there.
Suicide reefs are the worst on this coast. Just keep her steady on that light.
Yes, sir.
Wonder what's happened. Sentinel Island light seems to have stuck. It's a warning.
Suicide reef. Hard left.
Something must have gone wrong with the barge. The ship's been warned.
better. We'll have to down with the tide. Something I can do for you, gentlemen?
Mr. Brandon?
Yes?
Dick Tracy, FBI.
How are you, Mr. Tracy?
Mr. Brandon, I'm on the trail of a party who purchased some second-hand lighthouse equipment from you quite recently.
Why, I handle very little of that sort of thing.
An attempt was made to wreck a yacht last night by means of a false light. The equipment had your tag on it.
Now that you mention it, Mr. Tracy, I do recollect selling an outfit to two men about a week ago. I don't know who they were or where they took it.
Would you recognize them if you ever ran into them again?
Why, yes.
Call me at this number if you ever see them.
I certainly will, Mr. Tracy.
Thank you very much.
Hello? Brandon.
Yes, Brandon.
Dick Tracy just left here. Yeah? He traced that light equipment as coming from my store. No, I just told him I'd call him if I ever saw the men again.
Listen, Brandon. Call Tracy's office. Tell him you saw one of those men again. Tell him that he bought some rope from you. And he's coming by with a truck at 5:30 to pick it up.
I get it.
High time we remove Tracy. He's got in our way once too often. If he's searching for clues, we'll see he gets the right kind. Here's what I have in mind.
Mr. Tracy, Mr. Brandon called about an hour ago.
Brandon, did he leave a message?
Yes. He said that one of the men you were looking for came into his store, purchased a lot of rope and a hawser, and made arrangements for a small truck to pick it up at 5:30.
Well, that's the lead we're looking for.
I wonder. Sounds pretty easy, doesn't it? Too easy.
You think there's a catch to it?
It's too coincidental to entirely suit me. 5:30, huh? If it's a trap, we'll go right ahead and walk into it, but not in the way in which Zarnoff expects us to. Call Scott and Foster in here.
Hello, Zarnoff. Brandon speaking. It's working like you planned. Tracy and a G-man are following the truck in a sedan.
Excellent. Hurry. They're on their way here now.
We'll be ready for them.
Now remember, the powder will go off 5 minutes after this clock is set. Be sure to get clear. And tell Robal to report to me at my apartment later.
Right.
They're headed for the waterfront. The way they're driving, you'd think they were trying to make sure we won't lose them.
They're coming. Yeah, right behind us. They must hang out on those old barges. Yeah.
Calling Agent Scott. Calling Agent Scott.
Scott back. Come in, Tracy.
They've led us to some old barges moored at Dark Slough. Proceed here at once and keep everyone on the barges occupied so Steve and I can board her from the seaside.
Will you signal when we're to close in?
Close in if they start to shoot. Good luck.
sure we didn't give them the slip some way?
Don't worry, they'll be here. Look. See what I tell you? They come close, fire a few shots, and then hurry to the launch. The G-men will come aboard as soon as we stop shooting, and then curtains.
Pick your spot and stay low. I'll fire the first shot.
When you hear the first shot, throw that switch down. Then hurry up on deck.
Okay.
Drop your guns and reach for it.
Time bomb!
They found the time bomb. The boat's tied to the other barge. Come on.
Those two men are still on the boat. Search for them.
a hand.
No use trying to catch him. Ted, you take the men Scott's holding to the police. Yes, sir. Dave, you come with me.
So we had to run for it. Tracy is.
We'll take care of Tracy later. Here. Read that. Gold is of more international importance than armaments. For a long time, I've had a plan ready for this very situation. Benzobia will never see its gold again. Look here. Trobo, take your men and go to this point here. Pole 2486.
This means you're responsible for $2.5 million in gold until the train reaches Denver. From there on, the Eastern Division will furnish guards.
It's a lot of money.
Enough to encourage some people to take desperate measures to get their hands on it.
We'll lock up in the baggage car and won't open up until we hit Denver.
Okay.
Come on, Scott, you're going with me to Denver.
Denver? Well, okay then, let's go.
Get anything out of the prisoners?
No, but here's some papers we found on one of them. And this one might mean something. It's a receipted bill for some work done on an airplane.
Angeles Hangar, Northside Airport.
At least it's a definite address.
Yes, and it might lead us to Zarnoff. We'll be back in about an hour, Gwen.
Looks quiet enough.
Yeah, too quiet. Let's see if we can have a look around without being seen ourselves.
Yeah, I understand. After the train is wrecked, you want me to pick up the gold certificates and fly them up to you by the dam.
Exactly. And be sure that nothing goes wrong.
Right.
Too bad we couldn't hear what he said. Come on. Tore the top sheet over this pad. There must have been something written on it. The pencil sharpener.
Gold. $2.5 million. That must be the shipment on the Transcontinental Express. Devil's Gulch Trestle. They must intend to hold up the train near the trestle over Devil's Gulch.
Our phones aren't off. The Slim took off.
Hello, operator. Operator. Sterling, 6485.
Hello?
Tracy, FBI.
G-men in the office.
Telegraph ahead of the Transcontinental Express and stop it. Train?
I'll try to stop it at Gomez Junction.
We're trying to flag the express at Gomez Junction.
It passed through the junction, too late to flag it.
Isn't there any other flag station before Devil's Gulch?
No, there isn't.
They can't reach the train. Take care of it.
All right.
Guess that'll hold you while I get the car. Get Al's frequency.
NC 17344. NC 17344. Come in, Slim. Slim. Al calling.
NC 17344. Answering. What do you want?
Tracy's wise and he's following you in a plane.
Don't worry about it. I'll make him sorry he ever took off.
Let's got it, boys. Pick up your tools and let's get out of here.
You okay, Dick?
I'm all right. Zarnov's men, they were after the gold. There's some of them now. Well, that's that.
Hey, Dick, look.
So that's what they were up to. You better go back and bring the train up here, and we'll fix this rail.
Everything all right?
Yep, the gold is safely on its way.
But we're still no closer to catching Zarnov. There's no telling where he'll strike next. This note we found at the airport is our best lead. It mentions a meeting at the dam. There's a possibility they may have some sort of a headquarters at one of the dams.
There are quite a few around here. Might be any one of them.
Yes, and it's up to us to guess which one. Oh, Gwen, get me a list of all the dams in this part of the state. We'll check on all of them. So far, all the dams seem to be owned by the different cities. It doesn't seem reasonable that Zarnov would have a connection with a municipal project.
There is one that's privately owned, the Norton Dam.
That sounds more promising. That would be the logical place. It's up in the mountains and closed to the public. At least it's worth looking into. Come on, Steve. Is this the turnoff to Norton Dam? Yeah. Thanks.
Tracy and another G-man just went by here, headed for the dam.
Then we'll have to stop them. How many men are there at the dam? That should be enough. I'll phone Tom and tell him what to do.
What's the matter?
Accident in the mine. Compressor blew up. My partner's hurt bad.
Where is he?
In the shaft. Just up ahead. Can you help?
Sure. Come on, get in the car. We'll go right up there.
In the shaft. You boys carry him out? I'm all in.
Sure.
say your partner's too badly hurt to walk?
Yeah, he's out cold.
That's funny. Someone walked in there a few minutes ago. The water's still running into a footprint up there. How do you explain that?
I don't know.
I think it would be a good idea if you went in there with us.
No, I tell you, I can't walk.
We'll help you. Come on. Stay behind me, Steve. Well? No use. We can't get it. Dodge back and we'll move in. I'll cover you. Look.
What's that, a diver?
Sure. We'll go down around the face of the dam and get closer.
How much more? One more load. Pete'll have it packed up in about half an hour. Step on it, Pete. Rubble will be here pretty quick.
Okay.
All right, put up your hands. You're under arrest. Handcuff him to the pipe, Steve. This is something.
These are the plans for the new anti-aircraft gun that were stolen from the Consolidated Steel plant last month. And this is a copy of the War Department's secret chart of the minefields in the harbor. Steve, we've got it. Down there must be the storage place for everything Zarnoff's been stealing.
Gmen! Look out!
Who's down there?
Down where?
You going down? I'll have to. There are probably more of those papers down there, and we can't take a chance on losing them. You work the hoist and keep the air going. I'll call you when I'm ready to come up.
Come on. Take it off. Come on, take it off.
What happened? Tracy and this guy jumped us. Where's Tracy? He went down to the bell. He's still breathing.
All right, Steve, I'm coming up. Start the air.
Okay.
Be back to you in a few minutes.
That's the bell to come up.
All right, start him up slow. Stop the hoist. All right, let's get out of here. Bring those boxes. Take the G-men's car and scram out of here. I'll deliver the documents to Gus at the mill. Come on, get him in there.
Tracy! Steve, what happened?
Well, Zarnoff's men took a wild shot at me. Bullet came close enough to kind of fan me to sleep for a while.
Where did they go?
I saw a car driving off toward the other end of the lake.
Well, come on.
Wait a minute. We can't follow them. The others went away in our car.
Oh. Well, there's a forestry phone over there. I can use that. You better stay here and rest till you feel better.
Hello?
Hello, this is Dick Tracy, FBI. Emergency call. Get my office.
Certainly, Mr. Tracy. Just a minute. Hello, operator. Get me FBI headquarters. Go ahead, Mr. Tracy.
Hello, Gwen. I'm up at the dam and I need help. Send whoever's available right away.
Are you all right, Dick?
Yeah, sure. But we're on the trail of something big and we've got to work fast. The men we're after may try to get back to town. Now call the police and have them block all the roads out of here.
All right, Dick. Dick's up at the dam and needs help.
We're on our way.
Calling car 42. Calling car 42. Go to the foot of Norton Grade and stop all cars coming from the dam.
What's up?
Plenty. Start loading the stuff I've got in the car while I phone the boss.
Okay.
But we got away with the papers okay, and we'll load them out right away.
You'll have to hurry. The G-men may be watching the road. Tell Ben to drive the truck as usual. They'll never suspect him.
Right, we'll hurry.
We won't need that one.
There's a man still handcuffed down on the bell. When you get him out, take him back to town.
Right.
Here, wait a minute. Help me replug this.
I'll do it.
If anyone sees it, it's a dead giveaway. Ben, you'll have to take this truck out right away. You may run into some cops.
Oh, they won't bother me. They know I make this trip every day.
That's what Zarno figured, and he's counting on you to get through.
I can do it. FBI. Oh. Sorry, we'll have to search your truck. What are you looking for? Maybe I can help you. Do you make this trip often? Every day. Steve, you better search the cab. Seems to be all right.
Yeah, nothing here.
How far is it to where you loaded this lumber? A loading platform about a mile up the road. Thanks. You can go now. Sorry to have troubled you.
There's a car coming. You guys better hide out.
We'll get the car out of sight and then sneak back. Holler if you get in trouble. You watch the other side.
Are you in charge here?
That's right.
Have you seen any strangers around here today?
No, can't say that I have. Except you two.
Well, we'd like to take a look around.
Okay. Help yourself.
So that's where they hid them? Undoubtedly. They're probably on their way out on that truck right now.
Quick, Steve, into the shed. Come on.
Stay there. Steve, watch that window. Covered on that side, too.
All right for now. They can't rush us here.
That isn't any help. We've got to get out of here and catch that truck. Steve, watch that window.
But they'll rush us for...
Cover that window.
All right.
Mount Norton Lookout Station. Hello? This is Dick Tracy. I'm in trouble if here's the sawmill. Call the police and have them send help right away. Steve, wait.
Dick is getting away.
It's all right. Let him go. That telephone is dead, but he didn't know it. I'm hoping he'll tell his friends the police are coming and give us a chance to get away.
He just phoned the cops. You'll have to beat it while the going's good. Come on.
We're all right now. Let's go. Calling car 42 on Norton Grade. Calling car 42 on Norton Grade.
Car 42 on Norton Grade reporting.
Did a lumber truck come down the grade yet?
Came down about half an hour ago.
Did you let him through?
Why, yes. It was just a driver, but he makes the trip every day. Anything wrong?
Yes, but we can't help it now. Never mind.
Now what?
We'll have to find out where they went.
Some lumberyard, maybe.
Perhaps. The Zarnoff stole those documents to sell the information to a foreign government. They're probably headed out of the country right now. We'll check up. Calling FBI office. Calling FBI office. Hello, Gwen. This is Dick. I want you to check all the harbor docks. Find out what ships are loading lumber for export today.
All right, Dick, I'll call you back.
Tracy stopped me and searched the truck, but he didn't find anything, so I guess it's safe to go ahead.
It's not safe, but that stuff must get onto the ship today. I'll send some men down to help you in case there's trouble. Tracy may trail Ben to the dock. Tell your men to go down there. If anyone tries to interfere with them, you know what to do.
Leave it to me.
Calling Dick Tracy. Calling Dick Tracy.
Okay, Gwen, go ahead.
A freighter is loading at the Bayside docks. She sails this afternoon.
Fine, that's all we wanted to hear. Bayside dock, Steve. That's it. Let's go. Stop that crane! I said lower that load. I want to take a look at it.
Hold it. I'm taking charge here. Get these two guys out of sight and take care of them. Get going.
That's too close for comfort, Dick.
You're telling me. We'll have to get the papers out of here. See if you can find an axe.
Good evening, Mr. Zarnoff. Right this way. We're all set up to copy now. This is the chemist, and this is the draftsman.
Let me see just how this works.
Certainly. We use only these small negative transparencies and project them onto the skins, which of course are numbered. Turn off the light. That gives us a projection up to full scale. And then Howard, our draftsman, traces these lines on the skins with a special ink made largely of zirconium tetrachromate.
That's enough. But those lines are clearly visible. Any customs inspector could find them.
They are now, but come with me and I'll show you what we do next. This is the regular fumigating tank for treating furs and was already a part of the building. That last pelt should be finished. Tom, get it out, will you? Careful. The exhaust fan has only been running for 10 minutes. It's dichloride of cenolin, very poisonous. Not a trace of a single mark, as you see. When your foreign agents receive our shipment of furs, they have only to hold them over a vat, producing hydrofluoric acid, and all the lines come out a deep red. A perfect set of prints is the result.
Very good. When will the first shipment be ready?
By tomorrow night.
You'd better be here to see they get on the ship. Little fur pelts, worth perhaps $100. But when they get to the 3 powers, they'll be worth thousands to us.
This goes to Washington along with the others.
I'll bet Zarnoff's gnashing his teeth over this.
Yeah. Scott, deliver this to Colonel Williams in command of Harbor Defense. See that he gets it personally. Better take Murchison with you.
Right.
Foster, take Bruce with you and deliver these to Commander Collins at the Navy Intelligence Office. He'll be expecting you.
Yes, sir. Look, airplane design.
Government specifications, experimental job. They're building it at the Lockwood plant. We better deliver these ourselves.
I'm very happy to meet you, Mr. Tracy.
How do you do, Mr. Collins? And this is my assistant, Mr. Lockwood.
Glad to know you too, sir. How do you do, Mr. Collins? Won't you gentlemen sit down?
Thank you.
Now, gentlemen, what can I do for you?
Here's a set of blueprints stolen from your plant some weeks ago. They were on that new pursuit plane you were building for the government.
But no plans have been stolen from us.
Well, perhaps there's been some mistake. Would you mind taking a look at them?
Certainly not. I can't understand this. Just a minute. Mr. Stevens, meet me in the blueprint room right away. Mr. Stevens is our chief engineer. Will you gentlemen come with me? Hold it. We don't want to be disturbed.
What's up?
This is Mr. Stevens, our chief engineer. Mr. Tracy and Mr. Lockwood of the FBI.
How do you do?
Mr. Lockwood? Is it possible there could be 2 sets of blueprints for that XP-141?
Absolutely not. Our set was delivered to us by Colonel Barker in person. He said it was the only one. The drawings were destroyed, and the tracings in the vaults of the War Department in Washington.
That's what I thought. But here's a duplicate set.
That's bad. these come from?
They were recovered along with other stolen documents from Zarno.
Zarno? The international spy?
That's right. And the fact that they were recovered here led us to believe they were stolen from your plant.
That couldn't be.
We keep the plans for our commercial planes out here, but our government jobs are all locked in the safe. And only Stevens and I know the combination.
Let me check them. They're identical.
But our set has never been out of our possession.
Still, they've been duplicated.
I can't see how. Each morning, I personally take out only those sections which are in active work. The rest remain locked in the safe.
What happens next?
Martin, my chief clerk, fastens the different sheets to boards like this and distributes them to various departments.
I see. Then no one gets a look at them in their entirety.
Mr. Collins and I are the only ones.
And at night?
Martin collects the boards, brings them here, turns the sheets over to me, and I lock them in the safe.
So you see, no one could duplicate the entire set.
Then the only other man who handles all of them, a few at a time, is your man Martin. Could I have an identification photo on him?
Certainly. We keep full data on all our employees.
But Martin is above suspicion, Mr. Tracy. He's been with me for 5 years. And besides, how could he duplicate these blueprints in the few minutes required to collect or deliver the different boards?
That remains to be seen. Tell me, are you working on any new developments for the government?
We're building a new bomber. We went into work only yesterday.
I want to send 3 of my men over here who are experienced in this line. Put them to work in strategic positions to check on Martin's every move.
Right.
Well, it's quitting time.
How's it going?
Everything seems to be moving nicely. Just 3 boards today.
That's right. Let's have B6.
E14. J26.
All right. That's the crop. We're right on schedule. No work tonight.
That's fine. I think I'll beat it now.
Go ahead.
This completes today's reports up till 4 o'clock.
Thanks, Gwen. Frankly, I'm puzzled. Your man Martin seems above suspicion.
Sure, he's all right.
And still, he's the only logical one. His every move was watched. At 5:20, Scott here took over and trailed him. He made only one stop at a jeweler's shop, and then went directly home. Left the house the next morning at 7, and went directly to the factory, stopping only to pick up his watch at the jeweler's shop. All perfectly normal. He picked the watch up the next morning, but what gets me is he went through the same routine again the next night. Maybe the watch needed more than just oiling. Or maybe... Look, it's 5 o'clock now. If Martin goes through the same routine, he'll be passing that jewelry shop in 12 minutes. If he turns in there again tonight, we'll know that's it.
That's what?
Come on, Steve, it's just time to make it.
They just need a drop of oil. If so, it'll be ready for you in the morning.
Fine.
Something for you, gentlemen?
Yes, I'd like to see that watch you just put in there.
Why, that watch has just been left for repairs. It's not for sale. However, I can show you some...
I want to see that watch.
But that would be unethical, sir.
Federal Bureau of Investigation. Steve.
Hey, quick!
Just as I thought. A perfect little camera wristwatch.
So that's it.
What do you know about this?
Not a thing. My repairman handles all the watches. I only wait on the customers.
Where is your repairman?
He left at 5. Won't be back until morning.
And that workshop in there is where he repairs all the watches?
Well, he...
Steve, take him along and have him lock the front door. Bring him back in there. Come on. Complete little plant. Larger, dark room, blueprinting machine. Everything for turning out a finished product.
Oh, I get it. Martin photographed these blueprints with his wristwatch camera.
And right here they were converted into duplicate blueprints. Hasn't been used lately. Where's your laboratory man?
I tell you, I don't know.
Where does that door lead to?
It did lead into the shop next door. First door there now, but it's been nailed up for the last 2 years, ever since I've been here.
You say this door's been nailed shut for the last 2 years?
That's what I said.
Must have been open in the last few minutes, so that wet footprint could never have been made.
It's Tracy.
Hold this man here. I'm going next door to investigate.
Be here in a minute.
We won't have time to get the stuff out.
No, but we can be ready for him. You let him in and lock the door. The rest of us will hide out here, and when I get the signal, jumping. Bill, you get in the other room. Tom, you get back in that rack. You two boys get behind those bales.
I'm sorry, sir. We're just closing up.
I won't detain you long. That's from the FBI.
But I'm sure that you'll find nothing here to interest you.
What's in there?
My workroom. But my assistants are gone for the day.
Is this the door that leads into the jewelry shop?
Yes, but it's locked. Can't be opened from either side.
Steve Lockwood speaking. Send all available men to the first store at 420 Main Street. Urgent.
Where are the men who just came through?
I tell you, there's no one here. It might bring the cops.
Turn on the gas.
That gas will finish him in about 2 minutes.
Tracy went in there a few minutes ago. It's locked. Stand back.
Quick! Out the back way.
Tracy must be in here somewhere. Search the back room. The ball. Get that valve.
Never did like poisonous gas. I couldn't have stayed in there much longer. You know, this first store is a depot for one of the cleverest smuggling rackets I've ever encountered. Did you catch any of Zarnoff's men?
Had a soul here by the time he broke in, but he got that phony jeweler tied up next door.
He's one of Zarnoff's agents, all right. We'll see if we can get something out of him at headquarters.
Tracy's meddling at the first store has set me back a lot. But it's nothing more than an annoyance. He hasn't been able to find out anything that will endanger my organization.
Not unless Barossa the jeweler talks.
Yes, Barossa knows everything. The names of all our men and every one of our hideouts. Robal's keeping check on what they do with him. I'm expecting him to call in at any moment.
What about this man Robinson? He's been investigating spy work in the Orient.
Yeah, my Shanghai agents informed me that unless he's stopped, we'll all be in hot water.
He's due in on the Pan-Pacific dirigible tomorrow, isn't he?
Yes. I've got a plan to take care of him. Yes?
This is Robal. Tracy and some of his men have Barossa in the Federal Building. Yeah, in Tracy's office.
Good. Stick around and make sure they're still in the building by the time I send some men down there.
Right.
Now, here's what I have in mind.
Now look, Barossa, you might as well tell us the whole story. It'll save you a lot of trouble.
I told you all I know. What more do you want?
That's what you've been saying for the last hour. Where is Zarnoff hiding?
I don't know.
Where did you see him last?
I don't remember.
Take him out of here. Take the elevator up to the 5th floor and leave it there. Come on. Once that elevator starts moving, nothing will stop it. Tracy and Barossa won't have a chance. Come on.
I tell you, I don't know.
This is your last chance, Barossa.
I don't know any more than I've told you.
All right, get his hat and coat. You'll spend the night in a cell. Maybe your tongue will loosen up in the morning.
We'll wait and see how it works. Come on, we'll take the stairs. Someone's coming. You check the basement. I'm heading out of town. You guys keep a sharp lookout behind and tell me if we shake it.
Stop it. Well, I guess that'll hold him all right.
How's Barossa?
Docs did all they could, but he's too badly smashed up. Never even regained consciousness.
Too bad. We could have gotten a lot of information out of him.
Yeah. How about Robinson?
That's something we have to get busy on right away. Look how the papers have played up his arrival, which was supposed to be a secret. Zarnoff may attempt to get those papers. We'll have to take every precaution to see that they get safely off the ship. Take a squad of men to the landing field. I'm trying to contact Robinson, and I'll meet you there later.
I've got the dirigible.
Thanks, Gwen. Hello. Dick Tracy calling. I want to speak to James Robinson.
Just a moment, please.
I'll wait.
Go ahead.
Hello, Robinson.
Hello, Tracy. What's on your mind?
Your arrival has been spread over the front page of every newspaper in town. Have you any idea how the news leaked out?
Why, no. Think there might be some trouble?
There may be. I'll see you at the landing field.
Right. Goodbye. Thanks.
What company?
World Newsreel.
Steve, check their equipment.
Too bad they forgot to look in this.
case. My dispatch case with the Zarnoff papers. Where is it?
We haven't seen it.
Had it with me when we hit the ground.
Then you must have dropped it in the wreckage.
We must get it out of there.
I'm afraid that's impossible. There won't be much left of it now anyway.
Yes, there will. It's all right. That box is metal, fireproof. Can't you do something?
Not until the fire dies down. Then we'll get a fireproof suit and send someone in as soon as possible. Scott, you stay here and see that no one leaves the field without my permission.
Yes.
Steve, you check the other station. I'm going to take Robinson to the hospital.
Well, hold on there. No one's allowed to leave.
Well, I gotta get back with this film.
We'll send the film back for you, but you'll have to wait. No one can enter or leave here until the wreck has been investigated.
All right to phone my office?
Sure.
You stay here with the film.
Okay.
They'll probably be able to get into the wreckage by morning.
You still have loads for that camera?
Sure. But what chance would I have? The place is swarming with cops.
Your camera should be able to take care of them. I'll have Rubel and some men at the gate to help you get away. In the morning, take Tom and Ed down to the airport.
Nasty wreck, huh?
Yeah.
Found it.
Get set. Hold it. You saw what this camera did to those three guys? So watch your step. Get going through that building and out the gate. I'll be right behind you. Right.
Take care of these wounded men. Come on.
That's it. Come on.
We'll split up. I'm going around the other side.
You're covered.
Stay outside.
No use chasing them. Take care of him. We've got the papers anyway. That's the most important thing.
It's one of Zarnoff's codes, all right.
Yes, and it's a tough one, too. Well, this gives us each something to work on. Let's go. Come on, Gwen, we're going to work. Gwen, bring me Harper's on international codes, please. think you better take time out. You look pretty tired.
I am getting a little groggy.
Well, run along and get some sleep.
All right, I'll be back in a little while.
Well?
The officers are all lit up. They must still be working on the code.
Think they can break it?
Of course they can break it. Any code can be broken in time. We'll have to move everything. Once they decipher that order, they'll be down here with every G-man in town. Radio to Gus and tell him to get the trucks here right away. Stand by and help them to load. Did you get that dynamo connected?
Yes, and I figured out how to get it started.
Let's see how it works. This will make a good target.
By hooking up this wire like this, anyone who comes in and doesn't know it's here will trip over it and lock themselves in. And at the same time, start the dynamo. Look, I'll show you.
Tracy gets here before we leave. Turn it off.
We've got it, Gwen.
You have?
Yes, we haven't quite finished, but this is enough.
It's evidently an order to one of Zarnoff's agents, instructing him to send a shipment of explosives to a smelter near South Basin.
They must be using it as a storehouse.
Yes. Unless the whole thing is another elaborate trap. Anyway, we'll find out. Gwen, phone the rest of the men and have them meet us here as soon as possible. You men wait here. We're going to scout around. If we need you, we'll signal with the Very pistol.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. That's it.
Look, someone's broadcasting.
Yes, and we ought to know who they're talking to. Scott, call the naval radio station. Tell them to tune in on the station that's talking to the smelter and triangulate their position. It might be Zarnoff's headquarters.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How much more?
2 more loads will do it.
Good. Got dependable men on guard?
Yes, Gus is on the gate. If anyone tries to come through, he'll signal us.
All right. Tom, keep everyone alert. Those G-men may be down on us any time now.
Right. The other truck is right behind me.
Okay, Ward, go ahead.
This is our chance.
What is this, a stick-up?
Not quite. We just want to take a little ride with you. Steve, get in the back. They're taking us right past that guard and into the smelter. Get going.
Jake? Go ahead. Okay.
Jake, give us a hand with the loading.
Hold it. Steve. Search them.
They're here.
Signal the others.
There's the signal. Let's go.
That'll bring the whole squad. Zarnoff, let's go.
They must have gone inside. Steve.
I'm all right.
Come on, Steve. Our only chance is to short it out, Steve. It worked. Chances are that door has an electric lock. Shorting that dynamo will unlock it. We're right.
Looks like he gave us the slip.
Yeah. Nothing to do but search this place and try again. Here comes Foster and the others now. What about Zarnoff's men?
They're gone.
Zarnoff evidently expected us and moved all his equipment. Have the men search the place carefully. We may find some clue that will tell us where they've gone.
Yes, sir.
Any luck?
Yes, I phoned the naval station and they tuned in. They picked up someone calling here asking if any more trucks were needed.
What station was it?
Well, they couldn't tell, but they got bearings on it from 3 different points.
Good. This is all we need.
Right.
That must be it.
That's way out in the middle of the desert.
Quartzsite?
I never even heard of that town.
It's a ghost town, an old deserted mining camp.
It'd be a logical place for a hideout at that.
Yes, it could be. Anyway, it's worth investigating. Let's go. There it is.
It looks pretty dead from here.
Well, we'll find out.
Gas, mister?
No, thanks, honey. We're just looking around.
Say, you're Dick Tracy, aren't you?
That's right. What's your name?
Sammy Williams. Are you looking for crooks?
Well, perhaps. Are there any around?
Nah, there's nobody around here except me and Gramp and Joe.
Well, I'd like to have a talk with your grandfather. Is he home?
Sure. He's sick in bed, but he'll be glad to see you.
You and Foster take a look around the other buildings while we go in here.
Gramps is in the next room, Mr. Tracy.
All right.
Gramps, this is Dick Tracy. He wanted to talk with you.
How are you?
Howdy, gents. Sorry I can't get up, but this dang rheumatism's got me crippled up so I can't hardly move.
Well, that's all right. We just came to look the town over.
Well, ain't much to see there now. But you ought to seen her 40 years ago. She was a rich snorter then.
Is there much travel through here now?
Oh, not much. Few trucks going back and forth to the mines and backcountry. Few tourist folks, that's all.
You're pretty lonely. I guess that radio's a lot of company to you.
Oh, that's Sammy. I can't even operate the dang thing.
Oh, so it's yours, huh, Sammy?
Yep, want to take a look at it?
I'd like to.
Come on. I use it all the time. I can talk to the other hams clear back as far as Denver.
That's fine. Did you build it yourself?
Sure. Well, that is mostly. Joe bought some of the things and helped me fix it a little.
Joe live here?
No, he lives in town. He's caretaker for the old mine there.
Does Joe use the radio, too?
Sure. Pretty near every night. He talks to some friend of his down at the harbor.
What does he talk about?
Mostly business, like shipping things, sending trucks, and stuff like that.
I think we better have a talk with Joe. Where did you say he stays?
In back of the old hotel. I'll go along and show you.
Fine. You won't have to. I'm right here.
Joe! What's the matter? This is Dick Tracy.
You're telling me. Get out of the way, Sammy. That's none of your business. Back up. Turn around. Get the guns, Gus. Put their own handcuffs on them.
Count him! Shoot him in the teeth!
Get up. What's going on here? We found our men a little sooner than we expected. It's handcuffed them.
I guess we picked the right place, all right.
There must be something down in that town they don't want us to see. We'll find out what it is.
Gee, Mr. Tracy, can I go with you? I know all about that town.
No, Sammy, you better stay here.
But there might be some fighting.
Yes, there might be. Where's a good safe place to put these men, Sammy?
You can lock them in the oil shed.
All right, lead on. Bring them along. Thanks, Sammy. We'll see you later and tell you all about it.
All right, Mr. Tracy. But, Gramps, can't I just go up on the hillside and watch?
Well, I reckon there'll be no harm in that, but see that you keep out of shooting range now.
All right.
Here, wait a minute. Here, wait. You get that gun off the wall there and load it up for me. I'm trying to set it here where I can get it handy. Take it easy now, Oh, the bed kind of hurts my back a little bit. There ain't going to be any more scrapping around here. I want to be fixed so I can get my share of it. Put plenty of powder in there now, Sammy.
All right.
Yeah. So you can load that gun pretty good now, aren't you? Huh?
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Is that enough powder?
That'll be about right, yeah.
Got you and Foster take this side of the street. Steve and I'll take the other. Right.
Yeah, now let me have it right over here, Sammy.
Is that all right?
That's it. Now, if any of those dang coyotes come domesticating around here, they get what's coming to them.
Can I go now, Gramps?
Yeah, but be careful.
All right.
Headed this way. Get down in the cellar. Put out that light.
No talking.
Doesn't look like much here.
No. We'll look it over anyway.
Everything seems okay.
Yes. We better move on.
Keep an eye on them.
That pulley's been used recently. See how shiny it is?
It's dry.
Yes, and that's a new ladder. Come on. We found the well.
Come on.
A tunnel. Yes, and it's just been repaired. Those timbers are new. Come on.
Robalt, you, Jake, Tom, and Ed go after them. We'll take care of the other two.
Explosives and rifles. This must be the stuff from the barge. Open up that box.
Get set and I'll turn on the light.
Shoot out that light. Getting close to that dynamite. That ought to fix him. Come on, let's get out of here. There's an opening up there. Yeah, but we can't reach it.
Mr. Tracy!
It's Sammy.
Here's a ladder.
saved our lives, Sammy. Some of you get around that building and take them from the rear.
Where did you get that ladder?
Well, I've had that for a long time. I found the shaft one day, and I made the ladder so I could get down into the old mine.
Certainly lucky for us you did. What's happening outside?
A bunch of men are hiding behind the well, shooting at your friends.
Let's have a look.
We can see them better from up there.
Over behind that trough. We'll have them cold from there.
That sure discouraged them.
You can get the bunch of the well from over there.
Let's go. There's another bunch of them.
We'll have to run for it. Get the car and take their machine, too.
You men all right? Yes. They all ran up the street.
Look, there they go.
There goes our car, too. Sammy, has your grandfather got a car?
No, sir.
Well, boys, it looks like we'll have to walk it. Let's go.
That isn't the perfect picture of a G-man.
I haven't gotten over that walk yet. Boy, I thought we never would get a ride.
Get a good night's rest?
Oh, I slept all right. But I kept dreaming that Zarnoff was chasing me with a pitchfork, and I had to run and run and run.
Fine thing. Thanks. It's from Anderson. Says we're to redouble our efforts to capture Zarnoff and break up the international spy ring.
Just like that, huh? Does he suggest how?
No. But in the past, we've been waiting for Zarnoff to start something. Then we race off in hopes of catching him, usually arriving a little too late. Suppose instead of waiting, we set a trap for him.
Zarnoff's pretty smart to fall for a trap.
Oh, I don't expect him to risk his own neck. But if he'll even make a pass at the bait I have in mind, we'll stand a good chance of closing in on him. Now, here's the setup. Right here in this town is Professor Albert Gutenbach.
He's the internationally famous chemist and inventor.
That's the man.
I was very glad to show you my laboratory, gentlemen. But my reason for inviting you here this evening was to make an announcement, which will doubtless prove of keen interest to all of your newspapers.
What is it, Doctor? A new invention?
An invention, gentlemen, that will put an end to all wars. I have just perfected a new explosive so simple to make and yet so unbelievably powerful in its action that any nation in possession of this formula could well defy the world.
Exactly. I know 5 different governments, any one of which would pay him millions for an exclusive on that formula.
And he's going to give it away.
We've got to get that formula.
When do we start?
Immediately. Where is Gutenbach's laboratory?
It's got the whole top floor of the Cosmo Storage Building.
Investigate the place and bring me a full report on the whole layout. We'll act tonight.
Right.
Do you think there's any danger?
You'll be guarded every moment of the day and night. You may feel perfectly sure of your own safety. Have you prepared the fake formula?
Yes, I have.
Certainly looks complicated.
If compounded very carefully according to directions, it would probably produce a very excellent grade of stove polish.
Of course, you'll see that anything of value is removed from the safe and put this precious formula where it can be easily located.
It shall be done.
How's it going? Nearly finished. I want that buzzer to signal in the manager's office the moment the safe is open.
Oh, it'll do that all right.
Fine.
Malloy, you'll take over the elevator here. Mr. White, the building manager, will fit you out with the uniform from the locker room. That completes the placements on the inside of the building. Now I'll spot the boys on the outside.
That's it over there. We'd better go separately and meet back here in the car.
Wait a minute. That's Tracy over there, I'm sure of it.
All right. We'd better watch from here.
That building over there commands the front door. You two men take that post, but one of you watching this entrance every moment. Harris, you arrange to get on top of that store. You cover the back of the building.
The G-men are suspicious.
Yeah. They'll have that building airtight before night. Better report to our chief.
Sure, I can climb the face of any building in a city.
That's why I sent for you. I have need of your particular talents.
Glad to do anything I can for the dough you mentioned.
A formula and an ancient safe and a laboratory on the top floor of the Cosmos Storage Building.
I ain't so good on safes.
You'll be good enough for this one. And you're the only one who can get to it.
I still don't see.
The G-men are guarding every entrance. And the only way to that formula is up the face of the building.
Oh, I get it. And there's a lot of fancy work and ginger breaks in the front of that building. That'll be duck soup for me.
That's fine. Robo will be waiting for you in a car around the corner on Highland. And I'll pay you well when you get here.
Yeah, but how do I get down?
The same way you got up?
Can't be done. I can climb any building that any man in this town can climb. But there's nobody living that can come down the same way.
Hmm. Can you get up to the 12th floor of that building?
Ah, sure.
And you can get the formula.
Yeah, I guess so.
Can you climb out the window and go on up to the roof?
Oh, I can get up the roof all right.
Well, that fixes it. You managed to be on that roof at exactly 11:15.
All right, then what?
You go out to the airport, get hold of Davis, make all arrangements, and we'll pick you off the roof of the Cosmos Storage Building at exactly 11:15 in an autogyro.
Everything all right? Yes, we're all set. Every entrance is guarded inside and out. We're all prepared to receive our guests.
I see. Anyone who wants to come in is welcome.
That's right.
But the moment that buzzer sounds, any indications?
None. There's nothing we can do now but wait. Certainly a quiet evening. 5 after 11 and nothing's happened.
Maybe nothing will.
That's always a possibility.
boys take the stairs. Municipal Airport.
Even with all that's been accomplished, spy activities are still a growing menace. And as long as Zarnoff is at large, that menace will become stronger every day. Some political groups back east complain that it was the fault of the FBI that Zarnoff was allowed to escape after his first capture.
But that's unreasonable. Zarnoff was executed and pronounced dead before he effected his escape.
His cheating the lethal gas chamber is the most remarkable criminal feat on record. Perhaps you can give me some of the details on that.
I'll be glad to. Steve, get the data on Zarnoff from the files, will you? Since then, we've been able to reconstruct a great deal of what took place.
You seen today's big story?
You mean about Anderson?
Yeah, about Anderson. I think we ought to lay low now that he's in town.
What's the matter, Robo? Getting scared?
Me? Why, no, why?
Well, then listen. Anderson, Tracy, and the whole FBI can't stop us. We might have missed out on a few things, but our organization's growing stronger every day. And since you're so worried about Anderson and Tracy, I think you'll be glad to know that after today, they'll be completely out of the picture.
How are you going to do that?
You know Davis, the pilot that Tracy captured?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to tell the warden that he's ready to talk.
Hello.
Hello, Zarnoff. I got the message to him.
Good. You know the rest of the setup. We'll be waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm on my way down there right now.
What do you want, Davis?
Well, I've been thinking it over, Warden, and I decided I might as well spill everything.
Well, that's pretty good thinking. I'm sure Tracy'd be glad to know about it.
Tracy speaking. Davis? Sure, we'd be glad to listen. We'll come right down. That was the warden. Says Davis is ready to come through with some information. How would you like to come along?
Great.
Wait a minute. We have a flat tire. Now, come on, we'll take this cab. Penitentiary and make it snappy.
Yes, sir.
Wonder where this driver thinks he's going. Driver. We're trapped. Open up. exhaust gas. Try to plug it up.
Not a chance.
Maybe somebody will hear this. Put your hands up and stand back.
Mr. Tracy. Come on, get moving. Brody, get that cab out of here.
Yes, sir.
So, the clever Mr. Tracy is honoring me with a visit. It was thoughtful of you to bring along your superior. Welcome, Mr. Anderson. This is indeed an unlooked-for pleasure.
Don't be so pleased with yourself, Zarnoff. There are plenty of other agents capable of filling our places. Our deaths won't save you.
Do you think I'm fool enough to have you killed now? As long as you're alive and my prisoner, your friends will think twice before they attack or try to trap me. No, Mr. Tracy. You shall live exactly as long as I find it to my advantage to let you live.
His Excellency is here.
Gag them. I've been waiting for you, Baron.
Zarnoff, you have failed us several times lately. My government has lost confidence in you. Now, this man Tracy
will interfere with me no longer.
What do you mean?
Simply that I am now in a position to operate freely and without Tracy's interference.
That'll hold him. Come on.
My government has a very delicate mission for you. One that is of the utmost importance to us. Look.
I've heard of the torpedo. The Navy has great confidence in its long-range striking possibilities.
Rightly so. I have information, definite information, that this torpedo is far superior to any similar weapon held by any other country in the world today. My country must have it.
Go on.
The Navy Department has anticipated that an attempt will be made to steal the plans of the torpedo, so they have placed the plans at their headquarters under heavy guard. However, the original plans are still at the home of Wilson, the inventor.
You're sure of that?
Absolutely. My source of information is not to be questioned.
I see. It won't be difficult to get the plans, Excellency.
However, it'll be a different matter to get them out of the country. The minute they are missed, the authorities will guard every airport, highway, railroad, and seaport, while the police search the cities.
But suppose they are not missed?
By making photostatic copies of the plans and leaving the originals intact, they will not be missed, and your country will get the information it desires.
Why, that's an excellent suggestion.
You'll have the plans by morning.
Good.
Good evening, gentlemen. I hope you're not too uncomfortable. Check their ropes.
Okay.
Let's go. Take a look at the G-men.
Steve, get me the number of the inventor of that new aerial torpedo. His name's Wilson. One moment, operator.
Sterling 2070.
Sterling 2070. Hurry, please. Remember the address.
Shall I answer it?
No, let it ring.
No answer.
Phone police headquarters. Have them send a flying squad to Wilson's home at once.
Get up from there. Come on.
We'll have to split up. Tracy, you go over to Wilson's. Trail Zarnoff if he leaves before help gets to you. Steve, Get to the nearest phone and tell the police to send some men over to Wilson's. I'll stay here with these birds.
Right. You phone from the house down the road. I'll take this car.
Back up. Following us. You can slow down a bit now.
Okay, we'll be at the cabin in about 2 hours.
You're mighty lucky you're not dead. What's the idea of racing like that?
I'm Tracy, FBI.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Tracy. Can we help?
Yes. That man in the other car was Zarnoff.
Zarnoff?
Have you a radio?
Yes, sir.
Calling police headquarters. Calling police headquarters. Car number 14 calling police headquarters.
Police headquarters, come in 14.
This is Dick Tracy, FBI. Zarnoff is headed west on route number 77. In a station wagon, license California, 2C6550. Repeat, California 2C6550. His present approximate position, 10 miles east of Sautenville. Block all roads leading out of this area. Any questions?
No, we got it.
Relay this information to Anderson, chief of the FBI, now at my office. That is all.
We're completely hemmed in. Turn off and stop.
They think they have me trapped, do they? There's a hidden trail that crosses these hills to the hideout. If we hurry, we can make it before sunrise.
The motor's cooled.
Yeah, they must have been gone several hours.
Afraid so. Steve, here are their tracks. The trail should be easy to follow. It's plain enough.
Stop it, you fools! You go on up and stay with the men.
Rex Airport, come in.
I'm at Hidden Valley. Bring the plane at once. Have enough fuel to carry me across the border.
Don't shoot until I give the signal. All right, scatter.
Take cover! It'll pick up Zarnoff. I'll find some other way to get into the valley. You keep him busy.
Wait a minute. I think Zarnoff's in trouble. Go see to it. I'll stay here.
I'll shoot.
Well, Zarnoff, it looks as if we're going to have to walk. No telling how far it is to the nearest town. We better get going. Zarnoff. Look. Those trees are greener. There might be water there.
Goodbye, Mr. Tracy. Keep thinking how good that water would taste if you could only reach it.
What happened, Dick? I'll explain later. Get me out of these cuffs. Zarnoff has a big head start. There's a slim chance that we can catch him.
Dick, don't drink that water!
But Zarnoff just drank from this pool. Why, you... Come on.
Sure didn't get far.
It's funny, Steve. One way or the other, they always get it. Well, Zarnoff will no longer menace the peace of the world.
Before I return to Washington, I wish to say these few words. No criminal can outwit an organization that goes on forever, whose members never rest. Agent Tracy, will you stand? What are your immediate plans?
Well, sir, nothing important. A week's vacation, and then I...
Well, a vacation is always important. Rest fast, Tracy. There's an assignment waiting for you tougher than any you've ever had. You'll find the details written here.
You mean
Tracy, Supervisor in charge West Coast Division, FBI. You are herewith relieved of your present duties and will immediately assume the title and office of Assistant to the Director in charge of all FBI activities in these United States of America.
Thanks, fellas. Thanks a lot.